Hey, welcome back to the channel. GoPro released an update to its firmware for the Hero 9. Yep, instead of version 1.52, we're going to be testing out 1.60. And the big thing is on the screen behind me. Yeah, they improved the touchscreen sensitivity apparently, and performance, whatever you want to call it. But it's a known issue for the GoPro Hero 9. So I'm going to start with the touchscreen here, and you can see, there you go, 1.52. Boom. That's the firmware version we're using, and we're going to upgrade to 1.60. But first, I'm going to go ahead and show you how it's performing now. I find that with these digits being big and fat, that my thumb actually is the best one to get the reaction from the screen. Go figure. But I'm hoping they fix that. Along the way, I'm also going to show you the best way to upgrade the firmware, which is manually. So I'm going to walk you through that process. And then we're going to fire up 1.60 on this camera and see if it doesn't work better. So stick around.
All right, here we go.
We're on the menu screen. You can see that it works pretty good with my finger here. But if I go all the way back out to the main screen, I have a few issues with it. See, yeah, if it's got to be tapped just right. And when it's cold out, I have a huge problem trying to get this screen to work. It's actually working really well today because it's warm and humid. I think that helps. Yeah, see, right there, it loses track of my finger. I'm not a huge fan of that. It's hard to select just the right icon. There we go. So, all right, so that was our screen mode. We're gonna try the update and then we'll see what we get. So let's go do that. Okay, so we have a list of improvements here. It improves the touchscreen, which I already mentioned. Apparently enhances connectivity with the Quick app, which I don't use. The Hero 9 has a front-facing screen, so I don't really need it for preview anymore, so I haven't bothered with it, honestly. Boosts reliability when using the remote. That I'm gonna have to test because it's been kind of poor, actually. And then Quick Capture I don't use. I've actually heard that Quick Capture can cause issues with the audio and microphones, so I don't use that. Improves power on reliability. That is a known issue. Sometimes the camera doesn't want to boot up. And I haven't used Open GoPro, so another non-issue. And of course, the general bug fixes. So to do the upgrade, we'll go to community.gopro.com, scroll down to Device, Camera Software Updates, click on that. This is a Hero 9. Click on that. Click on Update Your Camera Manually. I'll go ahead and enter my serial number and email address. Check the little box, uncheck that one because I already get their emails. Click Next Step. Now, you may run into an issue where GoPro's website will not generate the download. It blanks out the Next Step button and puts up a red circle with a slash through it. So in that case, what you need to do is clear the cache on your browser for GoPro.com. Once you do that, then it works just fine. So we're going to start by downloading the update. And while that downloads, I will unplug my camera as it's now fully charged and remove the battery. And then I'll remove the SD card. If you buy any of the SanDisk SD cards, they come with these fancy adapters. It just slots right in here, label side up. And then it'll go into any SD card slot. My computer has one right here. If you don't have one, then you'll probably need this, which is a USB adapter for it, and this will read the SD card. Okay, so I have downloaded the file into a special folder just for this, and I'll right-click on the zip file, say Extract All, and it'll bring up this window, and I just want to say extract, and we'll give it a second, and it's created these 3 files. So we can go into the folder, you see the 3 files, we'll go back. You can either select the folder and press Control-C on your keyboard, or you can right-click and say copy, which is what I'm going to do. And then we'll go over to our SD card, and in our SD card, we can either click in this blank space and press Control-V, or right-click and say paste. And that'll just take a few seconds to copy over. And according to GoPro, it's going to do an automatic update as soon as we pop the SD card out of the computer and then out of our adapter. Ta-da! And then we'll slot it right here in our camera, label side facing the internals of the camera. Make sure it clicks into place, drop the battery in, and as soon as I fire it up, it should start the update. And there is what you're looking for. So it's going to do an update and it's going to take a couple of minutes and reboot a few times, make some beeping noises, that sort of nonsense. But while it does, if you haven't already, boop that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. I do a lot of gear reviews, gear updates, tech tips, moto vlogs, gear setup for moto vlogs. I do a lot of things, but usually it's entertaining. You never know what you're going to get when you click on one of my videos. So if you're enjoying this one, definitely boop the like button and go peruse the channel, see what other kind of shenanigans I've gotten up to. And look, it turned off already. Maybe it's almost done. Now the front screen says it's updating. Look at that. Ooh. See? Front screen. This front screen's awesome. And since we also have time, question of the day. How's your week going? Leave me a comment below. Let me know what kind of positive things have happened to you this week. Oh, we got a beep. Update complete. It turned off. Anyway, it said update complete, and now it beeped. Ooh, hey, that's already better. I can tell that that's working better than it did before. Oh yeah, much better. So let's go over preferences, about, camera info, version 1.6. 1.6, baby. Yeah. So at this point, we checked our firmware version. I showed you that it was less than optimally responsive with the old touchscreen here. We did the update manually. If you want to do the update automatically, you can use the Quick app on your phone. That's pretty easy. You just kind of pair it and then follow instructions. Usually works pretty well. But I have read that the most reliable way of doing a firmware upgrade is to actually do it manually. So that's what we did here. And then we found that the screen is much more responsive. So good job, GoPro. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, leave it a like. Go peruse the channel, see if there's something worth subscribing to. Until I see you again, keep the shiny side up. Ta-da!